I've been told my entire life that gardening is one of those hobbies that just makes you whole. Actually, the other day I was hanging out with my mom, and she said, you know what? There's a lot of healing in soil. So this year, in an effort to simplify my life, or as I go through this effort to simplify my life, I want to try to be successful at gardening, which is something that I've never done. But in order to be successful at gardening, I think I need a plan. So this is part 1 of making a plan. I have never been successful in planning and growing a garden. It's something I've always wished for. And I've actually been a little bit envious of those that have had success. I have an idea of what my garden needs to look like, and I have an idea of the type of seeds that I want to grow. But before I put any seeds into the ground, I need to come up with a plan. So let's go outside and let's take a look at the space. So I've lived here a while, and I know roughly what the sun looks like during the summer. The biggest problem I have with making a good plan is each area of this garden has a different microclimate. It has different soil needs, it has different nutrient levels, it's got different things that will help our plants grow or hinder their progress. So I really need to get to know the land that I live on and know it in a way that I will make success happen in my garden. Okay, so now we have finished our tour of the space. I need to take a moment and draw a quick diagram. And in this diagram, I'm going to add roughly how much sun is seen in each area of my yard. And I'm going to break it into 3 separate categories. At least 4 hours of sun, at least 6 hours of sun, and less than 4 hours of sun. Now this diagram I'm going to use to help plan the garden. I'll show it to you in a second. All right, so I just finished drawing my schematic of the backyard, and I just wanted to show you roughly what it looked like after that tour. So here it is. Oops. All right, as you can see, the yellow is full sun, so that's the places that I can do. And as you saw from the tour, a lot of the yellow is in grass, which we'll have to figure out. It may be a project for a future year. Then we have the partial, which is roughly where the rose bushes and other things are, and I would like to trim those up and make them look good. And then we also have quite a bit of sun, and I need to figure out, am I putting more planter boxes in? How am I going to use that? Our backyard actually appears to be relatively good. But this is the plan. Okay, now that the diagram is done, we need to categorize what we have. Now, I've tried gardening before, so I have a lot of seeds, but now I need to go through and I need to figure out what the sun and soil and growing requirements are for each of these seeds. So on the back of a seed packet, at least here in the United States, it comes with information. It tells you roughly what zone you live in, roughly when to start to seed indoors or direct sow it into the ground, and how much sun it needs to grow. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at each of these seeds and figure out what the needs are so that I can plan when to grow things. And that ends part 1. I have toured the garden. I have figured out sun and soil requirements for the most part. I have organized my seeds, and now I get to do the hard part and figure out what goes where. And that's going to be in part 2. Now, if you can't wait for part 2, go ahead and click this video right here. This video is going to tell you all about the 3 things that you must consider before starting a new hobby. And I look forward to seeing you soon.